B1 minus B2.
B1 minus B2 because both are moving on the same direction. Now assume that the bus is running Okay, so you are saying that when you are moving say in east direction and bus is just moving in the opposite direction, so what will be the relative speed? In this case, earlier case both are you hearing me?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Earlier case both are moving on the same direction, so relative speed is the difference between them. In this time, both are running on the opposite direction, so what will be the relative speed? What will the relative speed of B1 and B2?
B1 plus B2 will be.
So if you assume that this speed is in positive direction, then since it is in opposite side, so this speed will be in negative direction. So what is the relative speed? Relative speed is basically B1 minus of minus B2. So that will be B1 plus B2. This is fine. Now the same concept is applicable here also, because last class suddenly I was unable to tell you this part, that when the vehicle was, in this case when the vehicle was against the stream, because vehicle you are moving in one direction and vehicle is, you are counting the vehicle for the opposite direction, so the speed is basically in opposite direction, direction is opposite, so the relative whenever we are going to find out, it will be positive. So this is supposed to be a positive sign. Okay, so that's why this in this part, if you just recall yesterday's part, this part will be with positive sign. Okay, whenever we are calculating this overtaking vehicle, number of vehicles that has overtaken when the vehicle was moving against the stream, in that case this relative speed will be a positive sign. Okay, this part will be not out 0. Already I said that whenever you are running in the opposite side, that it is assumed that all the vehicles, basically what we are doing, we are running in this opposite side and counting the number of vehicles that are moving in this direction. It means before, if I start from this direction and before I reach here, all the vehicles which are there on the opposite lane, which are running in this direction, they will reach access position before I reach. Okay, so I have not overtaken any vehicle. All the vehicle has overtaken me. So that's why this MFP will be equal to 0. Okay, so now what I want to find out the value of MA. Value of MA is basically the difference between the overtaken vehicle and overtaking vehicle. Means I mean to say that the number of vehicle which is overtaken the test vehicle and number of vehicle the test vehicle is overtaken. So if I find out the difference, this is 0, so this will be nothing but equal to MOA. Okay, so this, what is MOA? That is, if you just do the calculation, what is there? KV. KV means what? Q. This K2 into U2, that is into Q, and then plus VA into K into TA. Okay, so this will be basically equal to K into U2 means this is Q plus K VA into TA. Okay, so this is the MA. Okay, so there will be a positive sign, not negative sign. So what I did, so this will be the positive sign. Okay, कुछ उल्टा मैंने लिखा है हमें. So just I am just removing them. Okay, so since this is 0, so this part is not there. Okay. So ultimately this value is nothing but equal to Q plus K BA into TA. That was M. What we are supposed to find out? What was our objective? Q K B. Okay. So TA is there, so TA we can write out. So that we have calculated. Okay. So MA we have calculated here. Similarly, if you just recall last class, MW also we have calculated. Okay. Then I think the next page we have done. So next, after that, what we did, I have added MA and MW. If we just go back here, this was one equation, this was probably equation number 5. Then MA and MW we have added. MA is Q minus K BW TW plus Q plus K BA TA. Okay. Then we have opened this up. Q into TW minus K BW TW plus Q TA and plus K BA TA. Okay. So Q from these two term I have taken Q common, so TA plus TW. Now here BW TW means distance into time is nothing but the length of the section, and distance into time is here also the nothing but the length of the section. That is basically minus KL plus KL. So KL get cancelled. So what is left? MW plus MA equal to Q into TA plus TW, or ultimately this is coming as Q equations. Okay. So this is basically the flow of the traffic stream. Okay, by moving observer method. Okay, so basically we have used the moving observer method to find out the flow of the traffic streams. Okay, so now if you have any question on this part, you can ask me. Otherwise, I will go to show you how to find out the average time. Means basically average time taken by the vehicles. That we are doing last class. By moving vehicle technique, we are interested to find out the travel time. So we'll see the travel time after that. Okay. Now I'll just go back, but I will not do that, but I will do it freshly just to make a recall of whatever we are doing last class. Last class, what we did, we have tried to find out the average travel time. And here the same formula, whatever we have written here, the same formula I have written here also. Anyway, I am not going to derive from this part. I will derive from whatever I did till now. From this part only I will derive it, and then I will just try to compare with whatever we have shown last class. Okay. So if you see here we have found out the flow of the traffic stream. What is the flow of the traffic stream? Flow of the traffic stream is nothing but the difference between the number of vehicle overtakes the test vehicle and the number of vehicles the test vehicle is overtaken when the vehicle was with the stream and when the vehicle was against the stream. Find out their summation, divide by the total time taken by both directions. Okay, so this is what is the flow that we have done. Now come to the next part. Okay, so this is what we have already done till now. So to arrive this equation, if we just go back previously 2 slides, we have written the difference when the vehicle was moving with the stream, the difference between the number of vehicles that has overtaken the test vehicle and the number of vehicles the test vehicle has passes. This difference we have written like that. This is the difference between these two, and this is we have denoted by MW. If you just go back here. Yeah. Okay, you see here what is MW? MW is MOW minus MPW. Same thing I have written here once again. MOW is MW is MOW minus MPW. Now what is MOW? in terms of speeds that I have written. Okay, this is basically the density of the stream which is faster than the speed of the test vehicle multiplied by the time into the relative speed of the fastest vehicle. That is basically the speed of the fastest vehicle minus the speed of the test vehicle minus this one. This one is what? The lower vehicles which are running with a lower speed, their density I am assuming at K1. Okay, their speed I have assumed as U1. But this speed is assumed to be less than the speed of the test vehicle. That's why the test vehicle passes all these vehicles. So the relative speed will be BW minus C1 and the total time taken is TW. That is when the vehicle was running with the stream. Now if I expand this and sum of this, I can write like the same thing I have written. This is multiply here and from here if you take this is plus and TW is common minus, then K2 BW, okay, plus if you take common there then plus K1 BW TW. Same thing I have written last class. So this is Q2 and this is Q1, that is the total flow. So total flow I have written in terms of Q. And this is if you take BW here common, then K1 plus K2 is nothing but K. So same thing I have written. So this is the same, either you can write here Q minus K BW TW, or you can write separately Q TW minus K BW TW. Okay. So Q TW is written here. K is the density that I have written. What is BW into TW? Speed into time. This is nothing but distance, or otherwise what we can say, distance by time is the speed, right? So distance is nothing but equal to speed into time. So this also I can write here. So I have written this part also. Okay, come to the next slide. So if we just see here what I have written, MW is equal to QW TW, Q minus QTW minus K BW TW. Divide this MW by TW. So what you look at, if you take TW this side, basically it will be MW by TW, that is Q minus K BW. Okay, so same thing is written here. Somebody is trying to write here. You cannot write, don't write. Okay, so once you divide it by TW, this is MW by TW equal to Q minus K BW. Now this Q I have Q written there. What is K? K is the density. What do we know? Q equal to KB. So if K is the density, density means Q divided by B. So I have written here Q divided by B into BW is B. What is BW? BW is the velocity when the vehicle was running with the stream, right? Velocity of the test vehicle when it was running with the stream, and this B is the velocity of the total stream. Okay. Now here I can take Q common, so I have taken Q common. So what is left? 1 minus 1 by B into BW. Now before that in this slides what I have shown you that L by TW equal to BW, or in place of BW I can write L upon TW, or here I can replace it. Okay, so what I did here, I did the same thing. This BW I have replaced by L by TW. Okay, so what is this? This is L divided by B into TW. लिख सकते हैं Q into 1 minus, okay, Q into 1 minus L by B into TW. Okay. Now what I did, I have divided this equation. I think I have written now. Okay, so this is fine. MW by TW. Now what I did, I have divided this equation by Q. and I have taken T in this side. So it has become mW by Q equal to TW. So here are something wrong I have written. Let me correct it. So this is equal to Q into 1 minus what is L upon B? Length by speed. What is length by speed? It is nothing but equal to time. Because what you know, time into speed is nothing but equal to length. So length by speed, or in other word, you write down that what is the speed? Speed is length by distance by time. Or what I can write, time is equal to L upon B. Okay. So in this part we have a L upon B option, right? This length by B is nothing but the average time T. Okay, I can write here average time. Divided by TW is 8 as it is. Okay, this T is actually denoted as T bar, average time. Okay, so this was written here MW by TW. The same thing here, same equation anyway. MW by TW equal to Q into 1 minus T bar divided by TW. Now what I did, I had just replaced here. Q I brought here and TW will go there. So MW by Q equal to TW into 1 minus T bar by TW. Okay, so what will be here there? Therefore, what I can write, MW by Q is equal to TW into 1 minus TW get what is left? T bar. T bar is the average time. So what is T bar? T bar is equal to TW minus MW by Q. Okay, so this is the average time. Either you can write T bar or you can write T average also. Our interest is to find out the travel time. So this is the travel time. Travel time of the vehicle. Okay, individual vehicles. Each vehicle, what is the average travel time? So that will be equal to TW minus MW by Q. Now this travel time is in terms of minute. You can convert into hour also. Then if you want to convert it, you can write like that. T bar or T average divided by 60 equal to TW by 60 minus MW by Q. Whole thing divided by 60. Once you do, then it will go up. So it will be MW into 60 divided by Q. Or T bar divided by 60 equal to TW by 60 minus 60 by Q I have written. What is MW? This MW is basically the difference of the vehicle that overtaken the test vehicle and the test vehicle overtakes. So this difference I have written here. Okay. So this is what is the derivation of the average travel time. Now same thing I have written in last class. I will show you. That's last class whatever I have written. If you have any issue here, you can ask me.
Sir.
Yes.
Sir, this 60, how did it come? And the MW by Q in the 60 we're writing, right, sir? So that's because number of vehicles per unit time is being divided, sir. And sir, if we are saying that the hours is in, if we are saying that the time is in hour, then
No,
we have to multiply it with.
This is given in minute.
Sir.
So minute I have
Right, sir.
hour. Time I have taken in terms of minute now earlier.
Yeah.
So now
Yes, sir.
Now I have converted into hour to just match it.
Hour,
Because sometimes,
right,
or otherwise you can keep this way also. You can keep as it is this way, and whatever with the data you have, that data you convert. Then there will not be any confusion. Otherwise, if time is given,
Thank you.
just change this. Now you see what I have written last class. Last class basically we have calculated. Anyway, don't go there, then you will get confused. Last class, what we have tried to find out? We have tried to find out the BW. What was the BW? BW was basically the Q only. Okay. Here, there I have written in terms of volume. Basically, we are trying to find out the flow. Okay, in terms of hour. That will be the most appropriate time rather than writing out the volume. So what was that we have written? We have written this is equal to TA plus TW, and then we have written a term here NE, probably NE plus OW minus PW into 60. This 60 writing reason is that these are given in minutes, so it is converted into hours. Okay, that's why this you divided this by 60, then it will go on the top. What was that NE? This NE was the number of vehicle which was moving in opposite direction. Basically, what I am trying to say, if you say this is the road, and if your vehicle is moving towards, say that YY section we have given last class, if you remember that, and this I have given as axis. Okay, for finding out the travel time. When the vehicle was moving, say in YY direction from XX to YY, how many vehicle has traveled in this direction? This was east and this was west that we have written there on this problem. Okay, so this is east direction towards east and this is towards west. So in this side, when the test vehicle, this is the test vehicle. When the test vehicle was moving towards east, how many vehicle was traveling towards west? That was denoted by NE. Okay. The second times, the test vehicle is moving in west direction. This is the test vehicle now. Then what we have done? We have calculated the number of vehicle that has overtaken the test vehicle when the test vehicle was moving towards west direction. So this was denoted as OW. And this value, this is the vehicle which were overtaken by the test vehicle. So that we have denoted as PW. Okay. That means all the vehicles that we have chosen here, all are actually moving in west direction. Because when the test vehicle was moving in east direction, we have counted the volume in west direction, not in east direction. We have counted the number of vehicle in east direction. Okay. And when the test vehicle was moving in the towards the west direction, that time also we have calculated the number of vehicle in west direction only. Some vehicle were overtaken and some vehicle, the test vehicle is overtaken. So that way we have calculated it. Okay. This I have denoted by E. Now you can compare this equation also with your derived equation. You see the derived equation. What was that? TA plus TW against and with. Same thing is written here. East direction and west direction. There is no difference. One is against, another is with. Okay. East direction it is going means it is against. Test vehicle is moving against the stream. When the test vehicle is moving this side, it is towards sorry, with the stream. So same thing is written here. Next, what we have written here, written MA and add MW. What is MA? MA is basically the difference between the vehicle. When the test vehicle was against the stream, the difference between the number of vehicle which has overtaken the test vehicle and the number of vehicle the test vehicle overtakes. So when the test vehicle was against the stream, it cannot overtake a single vehicle. All the vehicle is overtaken. That means MA is a single parameter, single value only. So this MA is nothing but here NE. Okay. What is OW and PW? OW is PW is basically the MW. What is MW? MW is the MOW minus MP. What is MOW? Number of vehicles that overtake the test vehicle when the test vehicle is with the stream. And MPW is the number of vehicles the test vehicle overtakes when the test vehicle is with the stream. So their difference, same things we have written. Same things we have written. Yet OW is the number of vehicle which is overtaken the test vehicle when the test vehicle is with the stream. The number of vehicle the test vehicle overtakes when the test vehicle is with the stream. Okay. So the same equation that what was written there, the same equation is written here also. This will give you the flow in which direction? Flow in this, for this direction of stream. This direction of the road you will get the flow. That is with west, here it is west direction. So west direction you are getting the flow. Okay, here you are getting the flow in which direction? With the stream. W here, W means with the stream. So with the stream you are getting the flow. Okay, so this is the same equation, whatever written there here also. Here straightforward I have written in terms of number of vehicles. These are basically the number of vehicles that we have counted. So in terms of number of vehicles, straightforward I have written. Okay, and after that from here the time is derived. Directly they have given the equation that TW T bar by 60 is equal to TW by 60 minus OW minus PW divided by BW. This is the equation, and then you have to multiply here also by 60. This BW is in, if this BW is in, now depend on whether you have to multiply here 60 or not, it depends. Okay, here since here we have multiplied here, so here we are calculating the number of vehicle per hour. Okay, here the unit is number of vehicle per hour. So this minutes we are converting into hour, this minute we are converting into hour. So here you need not to multiply by 60. Since we have calculated already this value in terms of hour. Okay. So here multiplication is not required. This will be the equation for average travel time. Okay, average travel time in terms of hour. So same thing here also, average travel times in terms of hour, because in this Q calculation, if you see the Q calculation what we did, you have written Q equal to this divided by, this is in terms of minute. Okay, this value Q we are calculating in terms of minute. So since we are calculating in terms of minute, so this is number by minute. So this 60 is not required. If you do not convert, here we have not converted. Okay, so it is not required. See here what we did, we have written this Q. This what is this value? TA is in minute, TW is also in minute. So number of vehicles per minute. In this term we have written here. So once you come in this equation, number of vehicle divided by flow means number by minute. So number get cancel, you will get minute. So here you don't need to write this 60. You need not to multiply 60. You need not to divide it by 60 also here, because this equation is now in terms of minute only. Because in this case we have written this flow in terms of number of vehicles per minute. So no need to multiply here. Okay. But in this case what we did, we have just multiplied this by 60. Means we have converted this into vehicle per hour. So to match this unit, I have just divided this by 60. Here 60 multiplication is not required. Okay, so this is the equation, the same equation, whatever I have written here and whatever is written there, both are the same equation. Okay, so if you have any issue, then ask me. Otherwise, I will go for a problem. Anything?
Sometimes it happens that sometimes it is like this, that in some kind of problems the question speaks that that a bicycle is moving and then it stops, and again the vehicles, they are moving like that, sir, and even the bicycle is not changing its direction, but again we are using the same method, but then again they're using in some different ways, sir. So this is confusing with this with this
that is a different. That is not a different one. Okay, when the vehicle is going and stopping and again starting, that is a different one. Okay, that type will come later on. Okay, so that type of
okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Will come later on. That is a different. Okay, and anything in this whatever the calculation part I have shown? Any problem? If not, then I'll take a problem rather than dictating the problem, I will just take the photograph and share with you. Okay, so give me 30-second time to take the photograph. Okay, so this screen is visible now. Can you see the screen?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so here is the problem. The problem is written like the data in table 4.1 IR. So some table is there obtained in a travel time study on a section of highway using the moving observer method or moving vehicle technique. Determine the travel time and volume in each direction at this section of the highway. Okay. Some table is there, some data are collected. So what is their average data that is given like that? Mean time it takes to travel eastward. Okay, so some travel time studies was carried out, and on that there are two directions. One is two directional road was there. Okay, so some vehicles are moving in east direction, and then again it was moving in other direction also. Okay. So this is towards east and this is towards west. Okay. So mean time it takes to travel eastward. Okay. So east direction, the mean time how much it is taken? It is taken, that is divided by t in east direction, that is given as 2.85 minutes. Okay. Means there are at least 8 times the data were collected and their average time was taken, and the average time came out as 2.85 minutes. Okay. Next, mean time it takes to travel westward direction or westbound, that is given as how much? That is given as 3.07 minutes. Okay. So again 8 run was done, and what is the average time of all these 8 runs, that is given to here. Now, average number of vehicles traveling westward when the test vehicle is traveling eastward. Test vehicle was traveling in east direction, and the number of vehicles were counted in west direction. Okay, this is the test vehicle. When the test vehicle was moving in east direction, what is the number of vehicle in west direction? That is denoted by NE. That's what we have seen. And this value, average value, is given 79.5 vehicle. Okay, don't be confused with this fraction because it is the average number. That's why it is coming like that, 79.5. Then said average number of vehicles traveling eastward when test vehicle is traveling westward. So the test vehicle here, in this case, the test vehicle was traveling in west direction. Test vehicle was traveling in west direction. This is the test vehicle. Okay, and the number flow were counted in east direction. So it is given basically direction. This suffix E or W are given based on the movement of the test vehicle. So since it is in this case test vehicle is moving in the west direction, but though number of the vehicle are counted in other direction, but still the direction is given as suffix is given as depending on the test vehicle direction, and this value was how much? 82.25 vehicles. Okay, next one. Average number of vehicles that overtake the test vehicle which is traveling westward. So when the test vehicle was traveling westward, so say this is the test vehicle traveling in west direction. What is the number of vehicles that overtake the test vehicle? That is given. What is that value given? That value we said it is OW. OW means number of vehicle that has overtaken the test vehicle when the test vehicle was running in westward direction. What is that? That value is given 1.25. Again, it is the average of the 8 sample data. So that's why it is fraction coming. Next is given here. Average number of vehicles that overtake test vehicle while it is traveling eastward. So when the test vehicle was traveling in east direction, in this direction when the travel is this, so how many vehicle has overtaken? Okay, so it will be O suffix E. So same thing, I will be writing data 1 in together. So it is written O suffix E. And that value is given how much? 1.00. Okay, one vehicle on an average. Next, average number of vehicles that test vehicle passes while traveling westward. So when the test vehicle was in west direction, how many vehicles are behind the test vehicle? That is basically we are denoted by P. Since the test vehicle in west direction, so it is PW, and PW is given 0.875. Similarly, we will be getting an PE. PE means number of vehicle that is overtaken by the test vehicle when the test vehicle is running in east direction. Average number of vehicles that test vehicle passes while traveling in eastward. That is given how much? 1.5. This is given 1.5. Okay, so all the data are given. Question is, determine the travel time and volume in each direction. So we have to calculate the volume in west direction, then we have to calculate the volume in east direction. First, this is the part. Then we have to calculate the travel time in west direction, and then we calculate the travel time in east direction. Okay. Total time taken is given. Time taken to travel eastward is given, already given this one. Okay, but this is not the average. This is the basically the time taken by the test vehicle. Can you do the problem? Formulas are available. I have derived the equations. For this case, I have derived the equation. This case, I have derived the equation. Though this case I have not written, it will be the similar way you have to write. Here also you have to write down the similar way. Just start the problem, and if you can, someone can tell me the answer. It will be good. Okay, so whatever the summary I have written there, quickly I will write in this corner so that you can see the board and you can do it. TE I have written. TWTE is given 2.85 minute. TW is given 3.07 minute. These all are given in minute. Okay, then NE, then NW. NE is given how much? 79.5, and NW is given 82.25. Okay, then OW, then OE, then PW and PW, like that. What is OW given? OW given 1.25, OE given 1.00, PW given 0.875, and PE is given 1.5. Okay, these are the number. Okay, so unit is number of vehicles that is overtaken during the test period. Test period is what? In east direction 2.85 minutes, in west direction is 3.07 minutes. Question: find out BW, find out BE, find out TW average, and find out PE average. Solve the problem and tell me the answer. First, find out the BW. Let me know. You can find out the BW in terms of hour also. Hour will be better. Number of vehicles per hour, find out. BW is basically what? Number of vehicles. I have given you the formula how to convert into hour. You have calculator? Should I wait for the answer or I should give?
Sir, BW equal to 809.5. 809.5.
Unit?
Sir, unit vehicle per hour.
That's correct. Next, BE. So he has calculated BW, that is correct, 809.5 vehicle per hour.
Sir, BE equal to 828.547.
Okay, fine, correct. Vehicle per hour. Next, TW. TW average. TW bar or T average.
Sir, 3.04 minute.
Correct. Next, PE.
Two point eight nine minutes. Sir.
Correct. Okay. So those who don't have the facility of solving the problem, let me write for them. BW is equal to, just few minutes back what we said, that is NE plus OW minus PW divided by T plus TW. If I want to convert this into per hour, then I have to multiply it by 60, otherwise it will be in per minute. So now you put all the value. NE is given how much? NE is given 79.5 plus OW given 1.25 minus PW 0.875, whole thing multiplied by 60 divided by TE, how much? 2.85 plus 3.07. Okay. So if you do the calculation, it is coming 809.5 vehicle per hour. Now see, we are giving a final value. Okay, so in final value, you should give basically in terms of the whole number rather than giving a fraction number. Okay, we cannot say that finally only 809.5 vehicle was there. Finally, it should be a whole number. So I had it. Or if you write even 809, also it is fine. Next, we have to calculate BE. What will be the formula for BE? In place of NE, it will be what? NW. And in place of OW, it will be OE minus P. Right? Multiplied by 60 divided by P plus PW. T plus TW is same, that is 2.85 plus 3.87 multiplied by 60. What is MW? 82.25 plus what is OE? OE is given 1 and minus PE is given 1.5. So do the calculations, it comes 828.5 something vehicle per hour. Let us say 829 vehicle. Okay. The same time we can calculate T bar W. You can write this way or you can write down T average in west direction, whatever the way. Okay, what was that equation? Equation was TW minus OW minus PW divided by BW, right? And since our BW is calculated in terms of per hour, okay, TW is given in terms of minute. This if I am writing in terms of minute, then this also I need to convert in terms of minute of 1 second, right? Otherwise there will be an issue with the unit conversion. This is given in vehicle per hour. If you convert into minute, then what you have to do? You have to divide it by 60. If you divide here by 60, then ultimately you have to multiply here by 60. So what is TW? TW is given 3.07 minus what is OW? OW how much? 1.25 minus TW is given 0.875. BW we have calculated 810 and I am converting into minutes, so multiplied by 60. So to do this calculation, it comes around 3.0. Okay, similarly, I can calculate TE average, or I can write average time in this direction. It will be equal to TE minus OE minus PE divided by B. Okay, multiplied by 6. So TE is how much? 2.85 minus OE 1 and PE 1.5 divided by how many vehicles were there? 829 into 60. You can see that it's come 2.9. Okay, so this is the flow in west direction and average time in west direction. Then this is basically flow and average time in west direction. This is west direction. Okay. This part is this direction. Each direction, what is the flow and what is the average time, travel time taken by the vehicles. Okay. Anything, any issue in this part till now, including yesterday and today, whatever I have discussed?
Sir, VW is the flow, right, sir?
VW is the flow. You have converted it per hour, no? So it is flow. You are directly
Yes,
not collecting this volume. It is flow. It cannot be volume. Though it is written VW in this problem in terms of the, I have also used the same symbol. Actually, it is flow. Okay, we cannot write volume because in volume case you have to collect exactly, if you want your time is 1 hour, then exactly 1 hour data you have to collect. But here we are not doing the same. So we are converting it, so that means it is flow. Okay. Anything? So where we are discussing the methods for conducting travel time and delay study. And on this method, I said that there are three types of three groups of methods are there. One group of methods are those which are using a test vehicle. Okay, so this is the methods. Two methods mainly, or three methods mainly I have discussed. One I said floating car technique, then average speed technique, and the third one I said moving vehicle technique. So these are the three techniques in generally available. There are more techniques are also there. for using a test vehicle to find out the travel time. Okay. Next, the second group is, what was that? Not requiring a test vehicle. We don't need a test vehicle. How to do? I do not know whether you have done the practical. This was in which semester? July December semester, this transportation course, or January May semester?
July, December.
It was
You have done July.
July 1, sir. After July,
Right. Have you done any practical related to license plate?
Yes,
License
sir.
plate करके कुछ ऐसा practical किया है left class में?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
What you have done in license plate? What you did in license plate? Can you just briefly tell me by 1 or 2 lines?
So in essence, what we did was that we choose two sections, sir. One at Bagatilali and the other at Ekmariat Tata Showroom, sir, right? Then there were some students in the Bagatilali section, so they wrote the license plate number of some vehicle. They just choose randomly whichever they could see. They just wrote down the license plate number, and then they also wrote down the timing in which they saw the vehicle. And then again, we at the other section at the Ekmaria, we also just we were in contact for the time by our phone, and then again we started looking for the same vehicle with the same registration number, and then whenever it was passing, we got at the time when it was passing from the Ekmaria section like that, so we just did the whole analysis, sir.
Finally, what
in the license plate. So
finally,
we
what
just found out the travel time, and then again so the journey speed, and then we also found out the time that it has taken to travel that section. And so because by the GPS method, we know the distance there is between the two sections, and then again we just found out the speed, the whole journey speed like that, sir. Like that, sir.
This is a method where we don't need a test vehicle. Okay. Without a test vehicle, we can find out the travel time using license plate technique or license plate observation. This is called license plate observation method, by which we don't need a test vehicle. Simply we can write down the license plate number and entry time at the zone, and then exit time at the zone and the license plate number. Now you have to know what is the distance between the two sections. Then you know the distance, and then you find out the difference between the time that will give you your travel time. From there you can find out the speeders and all these things. Okay, so this is another method that is called where we don't need a test vehicle. Okay, so since we have done it in practically, so I don't need to give you anything. The same things, whatever you said, same thing you can write down. That is the method where test vehicle is not required. Okay, next part we will go for intelligent transportation system. So third group is intelligent transportation system. Like this. Anything about ITS? Tell me something about ICS. What do you know? कुछ तो पता होगा ना इंटेलिजेंट ट्रांसपोर्टेशन सिस्टम.
Hello, sir. Sir, in this method, generally, we do collect this one, sir. Moment of the vehicle, sir. Moment of the vehicle and goods, etc.
How do we collect? Fine, movement of the vehicles and goods we collect, but how do we collect? कैसे collect कर सकते हैं? कुछ तो example दो. Anything.
Sir,
Yes.
sir,
हाँ.
just like we can say pneumatic hose, one of the examples, sir. Then we can again use sensors also, sir. Like we can use mirrors also, sir, by placing one mirror on the other section and then placing the other mirror on the other section. Like that, we can see when it is crossing the line, and then we can find out the time that it is taking to travel that section like that, sir.
Cannot say intelligent transportation systems. It's long. It is there. Say this GPS. Okay, installation of GPS in a vehicle, and if you install a watch, and then you can record the distance and time both together. That you can say an intelligent transportation systems. Okay. Then if you install some kind of say information in your vehicles, and that after every certain distance it travels, and if you can record that time, and then you can pass that time to the passengers or whoever is required to know. Suppose in train information system, we have some websites where if we visit and if we give the train number, but you will find that at what time the train has reached to that particular station, what time it is left from that particular station. So these are basically called the intelligent transportation systems. Okay. Now if you take the vehicles group like Ola, Uber and all those things, say they have installed the GPS and the app they have, so Google Map they have. So every fraction of seconds, what is their position, the owner of the Uber or whatever with the services are there, they know where is the vehicle, where is the driver, whether the driver is having a passenger right now or not, who is that passenger, even all the informations they have in the centrally. So these are the things that we can call as a intelligent transportation systems. Okay, there are many things are there. Okay, all the different information. If you go to the metro train, you'll find that before it reaches to a particular destination or particular station, it is giving an announcement. Okay, which direction your doors will open. All these are basically coming under intelligent transportation systems. Okay, so by this, whatever with the instruments or app you can install, and if you can measure the time, even using the Google Map also you can find out okay time and distance and all those. So these are basically coming under transportation systems. Okay, so our basic objective is that we should know the travel time. So whatever the mean we can apply and we can do, then if we can find out the travel time, that will solve our purpose. Okay. So these are the part here. So example, next part will be the traffic flow elements. That part I have already covered earlier. Okay. Now finally we go for some, if there are some other driver characteristics or something is there left, so that part we will start. We'll start that part next week. Some other driver characteristics. Okay. In addition to whatever I have discussed, in addition to that, there are some kind of driver characteristics itself are there, which sometimes vary depending on the type of the vehicle the driver is driving, and depending on the sections where the driver is driving, and as well as it also depend on the driver's own characteristics. Like if you say the reaction time. Reaction time is basically a driver characteristics, and that is very important for designing defined traffic parameters as well as the infrastructure also on the road sections. Okay, that reaction time, young drivers may react very quickly in any situation, whereas the old driver may take some time. Okay, and again it depends on region to region also. In some region you will find that the drivers are very quick. They are very risk-taking capability they have, and they can react within a fraction of times even. But some places you will find that even though the young drivers may be there, but still they are not risk-taking people, so they may take some extra time. So this is basically a dynamic behavior, and it changes region to region. Parameters are there anyway. Next class will start that part. Okay, a small part, half an hour it will take. They will characteristics. Then we will go for So till now, whatever we are talking about, these are basically the general traffic characteristics as well as uninterrupted traffic characteristics. Uninterrupted means where there is no interruption. Suppose a vehicle is moving smoothly on the road section. There is no small vehicle is slow moving vehicle is there, or there is no say intersection, or there is no junction. Nothing is there. So where those type of interruptions or junctions or nothing is there, that type of traffic stream is called uninterrupted traffic stream. So till now, whatever we have discussed is basically the uninterrupted traffic stream. So after once I complete this part, then we will go to the interrupted traffic streams. Okay. So next class we will finish chapter 1. Okay, almost all the information whatever required for the chapter 1 we have covered. Then we will go to chapter 2 next week. Okay, half an hour I will take for chapter 1. Then we will go to the chapter 2. Chapter 2 will be the interrupted traffic. Interrupted traffic means if something has entered on the continuous traffic stream, then what will happen? Something means what? There may be a what is called intersection. It is a something which will affect your continuous traffic movement. Or suddenly you may find that another road has entered, or so divergent convergence, another road has convergence on your main traffic stream, and suddenly you find a small vehicle is entered. So sorry, a slow moving vehicle is entered. Once a slow moving vehicle entered, then if you are moving on a single lane road, then you will not be able to pass that vehicle. You will not be able to overtake that vehicle. If you cannot overtake them, that means what will happen? The stream speed, whatever the vehicles are behind that slow moving vehicle, all the vehicle will be interrupted. Their speed and everything, speed flow, everything will change. Okay, so what happened in this situation? Or if suppose that vehicle was there on the stream and so sometimes it is run and after that it has left the stream. So what will happen then after that? So these are the some types of things. Those are called interrupted traffic. Okay, we will go for interrupted traffic next week, and as well as we will also see how to find out the capacity of the stream when the stream is interrupted by some other. Here already we have seen that Q equal to KB, and which situation is the capacity. Basically, when we are at the just at the half of the free flow speed or half of the jam density. Then whatever the flow you are getting, that is basically called the capacity. We'll see what happens in case of the interrupted traffic. If sudden interruption, then how to find out the capacity. Then in second chapter there is another term you will find that is called level of service. Level of service is basically the you can say in other term it is the quality of journey. How quality or how easy or how comfortable your journey was. Okay, so depending on that we can assess that what is the level of service of that particular road. Okay, if you go to an expressway, in expressway there is no interruption, no slow moving vehicles are there, no junction will be there, so there will be no traffic light or nothing will be there. Suppose you go, you might have heard in this Delhi Agra expressway, there are many other expressways are also there, and new expressway also coming out. So if once you start the vehicle and then directly start vehicle from Delhi, directly you will go to the Agra and then you will stop there. So there is no type of interruption. That means the level of service, this is quality of the journey, that is very good. So you can say there is a level of service, the top class. Now you take our usually Naharlagan road or Naharlagan Itanagar road. When you compare with that expressway with this road, the quality of here is the worst one. So we will go for the lowest quality of level of service. Or if you take some other roads where maybe a little bit better, if I take the examples of say 2.5 years back or 3 years back, that railway station road from this Naharlagan, that was a good quality of the road. Though it may not reach to the top level of service, but a little bit less than the top level, but it will be better than the worst. Okay, that was a good. Now that condition is again worse. So this is how the quality of the road is changing. So we need to measure the quality of the road. That is basically the term is for the level of service. Okay. Then signalized intersection design, and then when we have continuous signals are there, say in a particular location, location A, there is a signal. Say after 100 meter or 200 meter, if there is another signal is there, or then another 200 meter, there are another signals there. So if the continuous signals are there, then we need to coordinate those signals together. If we do not coordinate them properly, then you will find that here the policeman has raised his hand and allow the vehicle to go, and once after 100 meter on that particular location you have seen that policeman has raised the hand that you cannot go. So that way you will get continuously jumps will be occurring. So you need a proper coordination between the signals. If the coordination is proper, then there will not be traffic jam. Unnecessary stoppage will not be there, delay will not be there. Okay, so these are the parts that is available in your chapter 2. We'll try to cover that chapter 2 and then we will go for third and fourth. Okay, so I will stop here today. Next week, again Monday to Friday, I am not free. I have some short-term course I am attending. Okay, and I have to attend there for 7-hour class every day. So I cannot take class. So again next Saturday and Sunday, we will meet for 2 hours, 2 hours. Okay, in between Monday to Friday, we will not take any class. Okay. Next Saturday and Sunday, 2 hours each. Timing? What time you want? Same time?
Same timing is good, sir.
Same time.
Okay. Next Saturday and Sunday. Okay, so no class between Monday and Friday. Anything. Okay, chalo, we'll stop here today. If you have any question, you can ask me. Otherwise, you can leave. Anything to be asked?
Sir, this driver characteristics that you were speaking right just a little before, right, sir?
On next class I will take. It will take hardly half an hour.
Okay, sir. It means this is okay. That's fine, sir. It's okay, sir.
Oh, one more thing I have not taken. That occupancy and density I said. So I will take next class. Okay. Relationship between occupancy and density, that was left. So that I will take, and then driver behavior, and that will finish the chapter 1. Then we will start. और कुछ? How many today? 21 was there earlier. Now. Okay then, chalo.
Thank you, sir.